Welcome back to another edition of Just Another Sports Betting Podcast. I'm Cody. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Cody_CHGO. And we're back for more degenerate plays. We got NBA tonight. And of course, Thursday Night Football. Tomorrow, we're here a day early because we want you all to get the plays, obviously. All of you that care so much about these plays that will absolutely hit. If you have the positive vibes, you have the right mentality, the right thinking mentality here, all of your bets will hit. That's the best way to look at it. Okay. Blake, Tommy, how we doing?
Hello.
So great. Monday night, I gave you the over in the first game. I gave you Mike Evans a first touchdown. I gave you Lamar 2 touchdowns. I gave you the under in the second game, and I gave you the Cardinals money line.
Credit to you.
And I took 0 of those bets.
You didn't even take your own advice.
Didn't take my own advice, so.
Half my player props hit. Half of them didn't. We all stupidly took Bucks +4, right? I think we're all in the Bucks.
Wasn't even close.
Yeah,
it was the Jets all over again. It was the Jets all over again.
At least we got the over. We were all on the over.
Did have the over. The over hit the over cash in the third quarter, I'm pretty sure.
And how about Mike Evans, man?
Yeah.
Way to get that first touchdown before you go down.
Right.
That's heart.
Respecting the coin.
Unfortunately, I didn't take it single. Just as a parlay.
I took a single.
Just stupid.
Hey, we're not stupid now. It's in the past. We're moving on.
We learned.
It was like plus 5203 or something like that.
It was incredible. Yes.
For $2, I would have made like $133.
Yeah. When the first 3 drives ended in some sort of a turnover for either team, I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Well, the Bulls play in less than a half hour, and I want to talk about the game a little bit. Obviously, if you listen to this later, I guess you can listen to it and say, oh, these guys were right, or these guys are a bunch of idiots. But if you're tuning in with us live right now, then here's the hoping that if you're looking at trying to find something to play, we got you covered. All right. So I'll start. I took Josh Giddey over 6.5 assists this morning at plus 120 on FanDuel, down to plus 110 now. He went over this total twice in the preseason, 2-2 if we're gonna go full preseason. I believe there's one game he didn't play, so can't count that. But was 2-2 going over 6.5. I think this guy is going to be a guy. I think he's going to be a guy that distributes the ball a lot. That's kind of his thing. So, I believe the Pelicans ranked in the bottom 10 in assists allowed last season. So, and the Bulls are going to play fast. He's going to get out in transition. He'll turn it over a ton, I think, but hopefully he gets a lot of assists too.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that analysis right
there. At plus money, I like it. I'm going to ride, and don't judge me for taking a guy that's not exactly the most favorite person on the internet to people. I'm just trying to win a bet here. Okay.
Hey, this is all this is. We're just here to make money and get out. Like we're not here to
We're not here to be the moral compass here.
We're not here to pat anybody on the back or anything. Like we're here to make money and get out.
Yeah. So Josh Giddey over 6.5. I got on FanDuel again, plus 120 down to plus. You still get it plus money, plus 110 when I checked an hour ago. So on FanDuel.
I like that. I'm on FanDuel right now. I'm looking for that prop. I'm going with you.
Okay.
Blake, I'm going to add a little something here because for Josh Giddey to get those assists, someone's going to have to score the basketball, and I'm going to go with Kobe White to score the basketball. Over 2.5 3-pointers at plus money, plus 108. Coming off a good season last year, should have won most improved player. Tyrese Maxey just stole it from him. But I want to say he shot like I just had the number pulled up, but it was his career high in 3-point percentage, if I'm not mistaken. But again, we talked about it before. This Bulls team probably not going to have a great season, probably going to be playing from behind quite a bit. So someone's got to score the ball, and it might as well be him. So over 2.5 threes. Let's see it. Let's get it in the first half. No sweat, no worries. Kobe White.
The Pelicans last season ranked second defensively in 3-point percentage. But it's a new season. We'll see. But I do like Kobe, and he's gonna. The one thing I'll say about the Bulls this season is they're gonna jack up a ton of threes.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Yeah. So I'm looking for this Josh Giddey prop. Josh Giddey is not on the thing anymore, so you may have beaten him because they've taken it off. So you got that going for you. I have taken 2 wagers on this game. I took the over 226.5. It's an NBA over. Like just root for baskets. And also, what good is the first game of the NBA season without a first basket prop? Give me Vooch plus 650 with a little bit of a sprinkle on it. Why not? Like just get down in the post and go for it.
I should have mentioned that. I sprinkled on Vooch, and before it was reported that Zion Williamson was out for tonight's game, I got Zion at plus 500 this morning, and I took Vooch at plus 750.
That's how you the NBA season is in full force. Is Zion Williamson out, not playing?
Yeah.
Embiid too. Embiid's out, I think, for
Embiid's
like a week.
Yeah.
What is he in trouble for? What did he do?
I don't know. I saw they're like investigating it.
All it said was we're investigating Joel Embiid. I'm like, for what? What did he do?
The Pelicans actually have 2 guys out. Trey Murphy's also out, and DeJounte Murray is a game time decision because he's he was away from the team for a few days for attending a family emergency. So that might explain why the spread for this game has come down a little bit.
Yeah, I still like the over.
It was like 6.5, but yeah. I actually don't like the over. I don't like overs in the NBA to start the year.
Oh, no, it's a terrible pick, but I mean, it builds character. Welcome to the NBA. Build character. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls.
I don't think the Bulls are gonna play very good defense. And I think they're gonna give the ball up a lot, but I really think they're gonna score some points. So go points. Go Bulls.
I tweeted it earlier this afternoon. I got Modest at plus 1,200 to win Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
On FanDuel.
Toby finds the court. That's my only concern with him. But
I just don't know why they wouldn't play him. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time. I don't know why there's no props for him on FanDuel tonight. I really don't.
This is Chicago sports we're talking about. There's really no logic behind anything. It just happens, and we just have to accept it, and then we wake up and we do it again. It's how we live.
I don't know if any truer words have been spoken.
Anyway, $10 to win 120. We'll see you in April.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's all I have for tonight's Bulls Pelicans.
Yeah, I didn't do enough research.
Me and Tommy first basket. Vooch. Let's go.
Yeah. I didn't know. I don't have any hockey for you tonight. I didn't have time. So
I'm so upset.
I know. I'll get back on it.
All right. Thursday night football. Vikings, Rams. Rams 3-point underdogs at home at SoFi. If you want to call it a home, I don't know. We know how the fans are in LA. They don't care. Also, like half the fans are going to be paying. Well, it is Thursday. The World Series starts on Friday. So I guess fans will be paying attention to this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vikings coming off an awesome game against the Lions, but lost. And the Rams coming off blowing out the Raiders, I believe.
They didn't blow them out. They just won.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like 2015 or something like that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Rams 2-4, Vikings 5-1. They finally got their first loss against Detroit, a game that, it looked like they were going to win. And then the last second field goal, they lost. Do the Vikings bounce back, or do the Rams get home cooking? Fellas, I don't know how to play this. Someone convince me what to play.
I'll do it. Okay. I'm actually kind of excited for this game. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is interesting. Like this is a true throw the record books out. Not when these two teams meet, just throw the record books out. I mean, the Vikings coming off a demoralizing loss, right? at home against a division rival. And now they have to go on a short week and go over to LA on a Thursday night. So they're not guaranteed to win here. They're only favored by 3. And the Rams are just one of the most wishy-washy teams in the league. They played it close with Green Bay at home and then lost. They took care of business against the Raiders. But now we're hearing Cooper Kupp might be traded, which might lead to Matthew Stafford being traded. Like things are going crazy in LA for no reason whatsoever, it seems like. So this is a interesting game just based on the storyline. So I do have a couple things written down. I lean Vikings, but I'm going to stay away from the spread. I do like the under 48.5. The main reason because it is a Thursday night game, and Thursday night games are often weird like that. But I have some defensive stats for you guys if you'd like to hear them.
Of course.
The Vikings are second in preventing scores in the first half of football games. They are only giving up scores on 19% of the drives that are the offensive drives, which is, again, the second best in the NFL. The Rams are the third worst team scoring in the first half. So that kind of matches up to go with the Vikings. And then the Rams, they actually quietly have a pretty good pass rush. They get to the quarterback 33% of the attempts, or at least they rush the quarterback and cause some havoc in the backfield 33% of the time, which is the third most frequent in the NFL. So quietly, the Rams defense is kind of okay. So that leads me to believe this is going to be an under game. And the two first stats that I gave you have me leaning for kind of a prop, but kind of a total. I love the Rams under 23.5 team total points for those reasons. So staying away from the Vikings -3, even though I feel like that's the way it's going to go, especially with these defenses, but I'm kind of double dipping in the under here.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm only going to say I like it because, like you said, it feels like it should be the Vikings, man. But I sat on here and told you why John Harbaugh was the greatest coach since sliced bread, and they were going to run it down Arizona's throat, and none of that happened.
I've never vocally been so confident in something and have been wrong on this show before, so I cannot relate to you whatsoever.
Fair enough. But the Vikings and Lions game last week was so good. It was such a good game. And I think there's just a lot of people sleeping on the Vikings defense. Going into last Sunday, you can make the argument they were the best team in the NFL. You can make the argument they were the best defense in the NFL. And Brian Flores has all these practices to coach against Kevin O'Connell's offense, which comes directly from the Sean McVay tree. Kevin O'Connell was the OC in LA for all those years. He then goes to the Vikings. So I'm not going to say Sean McVay doesn't have a little extra tricks up his sleeves for Brian Flores, but I think for the most part, Brian Flores is going to have a good grasp on what their offense is trying to do. He's going to get some head coaching opportunities probably next coaching cycle. Feels like the Vikings should be the Vikings. If I had to pick a side, I'd pick Vikings -3.
All right, I'll pick a side.
Okay.
I'll take the Rams. Give me the Rams. Home underdog, 3-point dogs. All right. This Vikings defense, they could stop the run. I'll give them that, even though they didn't really stop it that much against Detroit. But Detroit's offense is significantly better than the Rams, right? So I expect the Vikings to be able to stop the run. I don't expect Kyron Williams to have the greatest game tomorrow. That said, this Vikings pass defense sucks. It's bad, man. It's really bad. All right. And Matt Stafford is still good at football. And Cooper Kupp is coming back. Tutu Atwell has stepped in nicely. Okay. And you said it yourself, Tommy. Short week, got to travel across the country after losing a heartbreaker. All right. The Rams need to win this game if they, I guess, want to continue to have hopes for playoffs.
Yeah, this could be a hungry dog runs faster kind of situation,
right,
for sure.
And I'm still not sold on the Vikings. I'm not. That's why I took the Lions last week. So this is another prove it game for me because you kind of proved it to me against Detroit. Like, you can make the argument that they should have won the game, but they didn't. And now how do you respond when adversity hits?
Yeah.
Sean McVay, more proven. I'll take the coach I think is better and the team that's probably hungrier. So give me the Rams +3 at home at SoFi Stadium. That is actually really nice.
It is definitely leaning that way because I'm seeing a couple books now are already down to 2.5 in some places. So some people are believing in the Rams.
Does that make me sharp? Can I take that title then?
I mean, I can tell you where the sharps are. I can tell you where the sharps are leaning.
You're looking at them. You're looking at them. No need to fact check.
It looks like they're leaning Rams. They are
Okay.
leaning Rams. So
You can have
there you go.
Cody.
18% of the 18% of the bets, 13% of the money is on the Rams right now. So pretty heavy on the Vikings, but somebody knows something. So
somebody knows something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we all like the under though.
Yeah, I like the under. I'll take the under.
I'm gonna stay away from that
Just because it's a
I'm not
Thursday night. It's a primetime game. I'm going to take
It's
it.
a tradition unlike any other, Blake.
Yeah. However, it was weird taking it over on Monday night, but there were 2 games that night. All right. There's only 1 game. I have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we were right.
Yeah. About the over and the under for the other game too.
Yeah.
So
We nailed it.
Who's scoring a touchdown?
So I got a fun one.
All right, you go.
Okay. I would love to. This one, we're going to be expecting some points. We kind of already touched on, we touched on Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson. These names have to be in the conversation. But to me, I'm going to go with a plus 2,300 first touchdown. And his name is Jalen Naylor. He loves to steal targets from some of those other big Vikings wide receivers. Sam Darnold hasn't shown that he's going to not throw him the football. I think last week he had 4 receptions for like 79 yards. So they do have some connection. He's already had a couple touchdowns this season. As fun as it is to bet the superstars, finding a little sneaky one here. Again, little sprinkle. Don't blow your bankroll. $5 to win 120-ish.
Something like that, yeah.
Hashtag not a math guy, but something fun. Something fun, something sneaky. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my only touchdown play I only had as part of my long shot. I know we talk about long shots at the end, but this is my long shot play. I don't have anybody to score a touchdown, but I do have Aaron Jones to score 2 touchdowns at plus 500. I found it on FanDuel. I think that this is a very run-heavy game on both sides, quite frankly. Even with how bad some of the pass defense can be on the Vikings, I think we're going to see a lot of runs. And when we get in the red zone, I think it's going to be a ground and pound situation. Aaron Jones is a ground and pound guy. I've watched him his entire career, ruin my life. So I like him for 2 touchdowns at plus 500. It's just a sprinkle play, but I think it's a good one.
Okay. I don't have a long shot, but I did write down Aaron Jones to score a touchdown, and that's at even money, basically.
Yeah.
He leads the Vikings in red zone targets and rush attempts. So I like him. Now, you want a little bit more juice? I wouldn't hate parlaying it with Justin Jefferson. Now, this doesn't go well with my Rams +3, but I think Justin Jefferson I think both of them could score tomorrow. Justin Jefferson scored a touchdown in every game this year, except for 1. So they're both right around even money. So, you want a little more juice, you can parlay on both.
Sure.
But yeah, that I don't really know. I don't have a long shot for this game, but I might ride with one of you guys here. So, or both.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I don't really know where the touchdowns are going to come from in this game. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We've talked about it. I think the Vikings let down, and then all the way out to the West Coast, the Rams, a lot of questions. I really don't think Cooper Kupp is going to get a lot of action because I think they're trying to keep him healthy so they can trade him, So which kind of leads me to another player prop that I have if we want to stay on the prop train.
Is it Tutu Atwell?
No.
No? Okay, go ahead.
It is, but sure, go for it. I have DeMarcus Robinson over 2.5 receptions. I found it for plus money on FanDuel, and I have reasoning for this. And the main reason is because, again, Yes, Cooper Kupp is healthy. I think they avoid Cooper Kupp and only play him every now and then because they're trying to keep him healthy so they can trade him. He only had 1 against the Raiders. He had 3 against the Packers, and he had 2 receptions against the Bears when we played them. But I see that number going up in a Thursday night game. We often see that guys further down the depth chart getting a lot of receptions and a lot of action in games on Thursday nights because of the short turnaround and trying to keep guys fresh and healthy in the short week. So that way they don't hurt themselves. Demarcus Robinson, obviously not at the top of their depth chart, but he does have 13 receptions this year, and he does have a tutty. So I kind of like if you can get 3 from him, maybe late in the game, the Vikings are up by a couple scores and you need to keep the moving the ball down the field. Matthew Stafford, a good spread around the field guy. So I took Demarcus Robinson over 2.5 receptions.
Okay. Well, like I said, that Vikings pass defense sucks, and
Sure.
Stafford will probably throw it around to multiple people.
Yep.
It kind of goes well. I mentioned Tutu Atwell because that's who I'm betting on tomorrow. It is one of my 3 player props. I got him at over 39.5 receiving. Unfortunately, that's come down to 38.5. So perhaps bad number. I felt like the number would go up considering he has gone over this total his last 5 games. We're talking about Cooper Kupp, but like not only do the Rams want to keep him healthy if they want to potentially trade him, but I also expect there to be rust. The Rams throw it 58% of the snaps. And like I said, the Vikings rank 31st against opposing wide receivers. I think Atwell will have another solid game and go over this total. I could see him going over it in the first half, to be honest, unless this game starts slow. So
Sweet. Let's ride.
Yeah, you got a player prop, Blake?
No, I don't love this game. There's a lot of names, but not a lot of feel behind it for me. Like we kind of mentioned, I like the Vikings defense a lot. I think they bounce back, so I don't really want to bet a ton on the Rams and Cooper Kupp. I've unfortunately been victimized by him multiple times betting player props and then seeing him limp off the field. So I'm not gonna rehash the past and stay away from him. I have Justin Jefferson on a few fantasy teams, so I'm just gonna probably ride out him with that emotion. So
Sure.
Jalen Naylor first touchdown, Vikings -3. Crack a beer and enjoy the game. Kind of night for me.
Well, here's a Vikings player prop for you. All right, we were talking about Aaron Jones earlier. Over 67.5 rushing. I got it -113 on FanDuel. He's gone over this total in 4 of the 6 games this year.
That's really not a lot.
No, I know.
That's a good find.
Yeah, I got it 67.5. He's gone over it 4 of the 6 games, and the Rams are ranked 27th against opposing running backs. So you want to parlay Aaron Jones touchdown and rushing total? I'm not against it. I do think that like the fact that the Rams can't stop the run, it does scare me in the fact of playing the Rams tomorrow. If you can't stop the run, you're going to lose the game.
Yeah.
So
+176, not too bad with those two.
I like Aaron Jones tomorrow to go over on his rushing prop. I looked at his rushing plus receiving as well. It's around somewhere in the 90s. I don't hate that either. However, based off this wild ass game script that I don't know or that I can't predict really, if the Vikings pull ahead, they're not going to be throwing the ball as much, right?
Yeah.
But so that's why I'm taking the rushing prop, because I think worst case scenario, they're able to run the ball the entire game. But if it's close, they're still going to run the ball, right? My other player prop, this is more of a, I guess, in a way, hedging my Rams +3. Matt Stafford over 235.5 passing yards. On FanDuel now it's up to 237.5. I got it this morning at 235. As I keep saying, the Vikings pass defense is not good. It's ranked 30th against the pass. The Rams throw it 58% of the snaps, and he's gone over the total against Detroit and Green Bay The only reason I bring that up is because they're NFC North teams. So he just likes playing the NFC North as he did when he was in Detroit. So
Definitely.
he hasn't gone over it a lot for the entire season. I think those are the only 2 games he's gone over this total. But if the Vikings get out to a lead, the Rams are going to throw the ball.
Yeah, the shoe fits. Yeah, for sure.
So I think this, like, the most predictable game script here, if you force me to come up with one, is that the Rams get down early and that forces them to have to throw the ball. So,
yeah,
give me Matt Stafford to go sling it.
I have one more. Night. I have one more for you. Also, I just remembered that I also gave the people Derrick Henry over 5.5 receiving yards, and was promptly talked out of it. And he gave you 13 and a touchdown. So you guys are jerks. I do have one more play. I do have one more player prop for this game. Sam Darnold over 12.5 rushing yards. And I did this because he was running a lot against the Lions last week. A little bit different game, a little bit different scenario, but if we're dropping back for a pass, we're relying on the run, and then doing some play action. Things go awry. I could see him breaking 1 or 2 up the middle for 6 or 7 yards each. So that leads me right to 13. The number's at 12.5. So I like Sam Darnold over 12.5 rushing yards.
Okay. I thought about playing that one too. So,
okay.
I love a good quarterback rushing prop. I'm addicted to it.
It's fun. It's fun. And then also a little exhilarating at the end of the game. If you know kneel downs are coming and you're by that number.
I thought that was going to.
Exhilarating is the interesting choice of word, but okay.
I thought that was going to happen in the Ravens game. Lamar, I had him over 51.5. He finished with 52. And I thought that when they kneeled it at the end of the game, he was going to lose it. But they were so far ahead that they brought in their backup quarterback to kneel the ball.
You love it.
It's like, thank God.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Come playoff time, that's a hot bet, man. I was cashing big on that last playoffs. Just keep it mental note. Put it in your notes app. Save it for January.
Definitely.
Okay. It's coming up. January will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Look at us. That's some smart plays for tomorrow night for everybody.
All right. So again, I'm taking Tutu Atwell over 39.5 receiving, Stafford 235.5 passing, Aaron Jones 67.5 rushing, taking the over, and Aaron Jones to score a touchdown. I might parlay it all, and we'll see you at the bank, folks.
I went under in the game. Rams team total under 23.5. Demarcus Robinson over 2.5 receptions. Sam Darnold over 12.5 rushing yards, and long shot sprinkle of Aaron Jones 2 touchdowns.
All right.
Vikings -3. Jalen Naylor first HUD. Let's see it.
And a beer.
I want a beer. I want someone to. I want the Vikings to score, and half the people watching it go, "Wait, who's 83?" And I'll know. The viewers will know. The viewers will know.
Naylor, I hardly know her. Nailed it.
See?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I should have said this at the beginning, but we're moving this show to a different YouTube channel. The link is in the description for anyone who's watching. So hit that subscribe button for that, and we will be back on that channel tomorrow, hopefully. So, thanks for the support, and best of luck with your bets. Go Bulls, and may my Matas Buzelis future Rookie of the Year bet please hit in 8 months.
Godspeed.
Please and thank you. Godspeed. Exactly. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Peace.